AI and the future of work. It is the imperative. Do something about it, because if you don't, it's going to pour in over the edge of the ship anyway. It doesn't matter. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So you have to enable it, put guardrails around it. Everything that can be intelligently improved with AI will get AI. Pretty much every system is going to be powered by AI in some way. And so we have some things we have to do, including explaining what's going to happen to workers. So headlines like this are still running around. AI could replace 80% of jobs in a few years. Things that were formerly very difficult, things like coding, AI is extraordinarily good at coding. One of the things I track just to keep my finger on the pulse of all this is I go to GitHub and I look at the popular repositories, one of the most popular repositories of the day, and most of them are AI projects, right? Like over half any given day are AI, the most popular repositories on GitHub. One that's on there right now, super popular today, is a DeepSeek Coder. Is a project that it's a system, an AI that does project-level auto-completion. Think about that. Project-level auto-completion of coding. So if you want a system that will do something, you only have to describe it. It will auto-complete the entire thing, the entire system. It's been trained on like 2 trillion lines of code on every language in both English and Chinese. And it's free, by the way. So it's that kind of immense power. So what will that do? So far, it hasn't affected any unemployment rates that I can tell. And the reality is, if you look at previous technology revolutions, which we've been through a lot, by the way. We're here deep into it, so we haven't seen all of the Industrial Revolution and things like that. But in general, we see that the old jobs shrink. Yes, they do. But new jobs are created. We have relatively low levels of unemployment. The closer you get to the technology industry, the lower the unemployment level is, in fact. In IT, we've got often negative unemployment. So there's just simply not enough people to do all of these things. Not nearly enough, in fact, is the case that I'll make. So just like the shift from scribes that used to copy and make all books to the printing press created entire new industries. A dozen new industries, from newspapers to encyclopedias and so on, were created and made possible because of the printing press. One industry turned into 12. Internet did that in spades. It took the same thing, a digital printing press created hundreds of downstream industries that were thrown off by the internet, hundreds of industries. And AI is a technology of equivalent power and will likely throw off hundreds of new industries, not hundreds of roles, hundreds of new industries over time. And we can look at this. There's actual data looking at the old revolutions. You look at that jobs that didn't exist before at all, that's the dark blue on this, account for most employment growth as you go through these revolutions. So that's the good news. Long term, we don't have much to worry about. AI is just going to make us really, really busy. Short term, however, AI is so powerful, it will indeed cause temporary dislocation. It's going, and we will start seeing the effects. We're seeing in certain industries like marketing and customer service that are relatively easy to apply AI to immediately. But now we're even seeing that there's been pent-up demand for software developers for so long, and now AI can write code. Over half of all software developers use AI today for code acceleration, for saying, I don't have to get all the syntax right. So that's a huge shift. In 1 year, over 50% of software developers are now using AI to accelerate their work. That's an amazing thing.